Alright, this is Andrew with Yoda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Centerville. Today is June 15th, 2026. We've got the camera pushed out 105 feet to the city connection. That's the line that you're seeing on the screen now. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. I'm going to readjust a little bit so that I have a better screen. So that first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. And it looked like a good connection there. It looks like gravel cement. One downside of gravel cement is it gets a little rough. At least part of it looked like it. We might have transitioned to a different type. Oh no, I still see that aggregate on the left side. Gravel cement gets a little rough, and so you definitely want to avoid putting wet wipes down the line. They can get stuck and they don't break down the same way that toilet paper will. Looks like we transitioned to some PVC. A little bit of an offset there, minor one. A little bit of a lip. If enough waste gets stuck on an offset, it can create a blockage, but that one's not huge. I'm not seeing any standing water, which would indicate improper grade. There's a couple real small roots. Little lip, not much. This is one that I'm gonna probably have to rewatch on my on my computer screen. I've got the sun hitting the screen just right, which makes it harder to see all the details of the pipe. And so I'm gonna watch this one before I send it. Looks like we transitioned to some cast iron. Cast iron gets real rough and rusty. It will eventually need to be replaced. I'm accessing this line through a clean out on the roof. It was tough to make it through this first turn. I almost had given up, and then my camera turns, and then it was a pretty straight shot out, which is good. There is a clean out in the basement, but it's an old brass cap, and those are real hard to remove. Usually you have to break them out and then replace it. That's really the way that I know how to do it. Alright, so just to recap, it's a mix of a couple different types of pipe. You have some gravel cement, you have some plastic, and then you have some cast iron under the house. The cast iron is usually the weakest link. It thins out over time. It gets rough and rusty and can catch debris. The gravel cement's also a little rough, but tends to be a little less problematic than cast. I would recommend the insurance on this line. You can get home serve, and that would help cover the cost if it needs to be cleaned, or they can put money towards it if it needs to be replaced. I'm going to end this recording now.